to record.
Yo! What's up, everybody?
Hi, everyone.
It's Tom here.
It's Phil here.
And Janine and Phil are with me. They interrupted my intro. The bastards. So we're just sitting here on a Thursday afternoon. We forgot to do the podcast, so we're doing it now.
No, we didn't forget to do the podcast. How could we have done the podcast
But how do we know
morning?
it's actually recording? Why don't we... I'll tell you what we should do. Let's do the podcast, then get to the end, and then do it again because it didn't record. Let's do that.
I think Dad's making a bit of a gag there.
Oh, okay. Tell me when to
now
laugh.
that's a leading to the best jokes.
Uh-huh. So what's been going on this week, Janine?
Thomas.
Little Miss Orty Chorty. Little Miss Torty Orty.
Oh, you right there? Could you get a... that is disgusting. I don't even want to think. What's been going on this week? This week we are getting ourselves organised. We have already... have we mentioned? I think we did mention that we've turned Tom's bedroom into a studio because he started this 80-hour challenge, which I don't think we've actually discussed. Anyhow, so we are doing that, and from doing that, we are now up to painting the second room, which will therefore become Tom's permanent bedroom when our house guest leaves. To follow straight on into
Mum,
our
I don't think you're telling the
lounge
story
room.
right.
What?
It started off with me saying, how can I move my room around, Mum, so it's just a bit more, work-like or something like that. And then it went on to changing my room, painting it. Mum came into my room and said, we're painting your room today. Okay, so we went down to the paint shop. And it's pretty much Mum systematically...
Is the painting
systematically
the room
just,
work?
edging towards, we can do this because it'll be good for you, Tom, it'll be good for you. And then your bedroom can go there, and now it's, I've got the house now.
Oh,
So,
it has expanded a little
he's
bit.
relentless.
So,
Don't say I'm relentless. He's the one that
he
says
said it, not me.
Don't say I'm relentless when you're the one that said, I think that's a very good decision, when no decision had been made.
Yeah, look.
No, I just know your sort of ways. You sort of, I don't know you.
Now look, we're in the carpet shop the other day, right? And you can just tell Mum the way she was doing it. It's like, it's like she's playing two games. The one is the real game where she's getting the house done now, and the second game, which is the fake game, really putting it on for me because I'm there, and maybe you as well. I don't know. Which is, it'll happen over the next few months. It's not happening over the next few months. It's happening now. And can I just say, can we get it done? Can we get the whole house done in the next month or so? Because this is, I'd like to not be doing this. So can we just get it all done now?
You'd rather that than death by 1,000.
Exactly. Can we just go bang? It's done.
Well, you're just going to have to up the enthusiasm.
Well, I think. What do you mean? He must have done.
Hey, you weren't in there in painting mode with Thomas, and there is a definite lack of enthusiasm from getting the studio done to moving on to the second room.
Yeah, but you're not a motivating type.
I don't need to motivate him.
You're like a dripping tap.
You know
It's
what?
because you
This
lied,
is not
Mum.
motivating. It's
Mum.
not motivating for anyone
Mum,
to
it's because
paint.
you lied.
Some people actually... I
You
didn't lie.
lied to
There
me,
we
Mum.
go.
You
There
said
we
that room would be easier to paint.
I reckon that
Little
room
did you
is.
mention...
That room is easier
Little
to
did
paint.
you mention, Mum, those bullshit cornices
Oh,
that were
now
made
that's not a
in the
problem.
fucking 1850s when you guys were fucking
house
born
wasn't
and moved
built
in
then.
here.
The house wasn't built yet.
It's just
And you are
ridiculous.
The other
slightly
thing is-
exaggerating.
the other thing
Are you telling me that
The other thing
overall has been harder to paint than that blue monstrosity in there?
The walls are easy to paint,
And
but
the
the
roof?
cornices are twice as long.
Oh, the cornices, I will give you the cornices.
It's called a Gleason sweeping statement. That's what that is.
Now, Mum, we're having a bit
Oh,
of
look at
gags
this.
here.
Oh,
We're having a
this.
few gags here. And I can tell by your face that you're starting to get mad.
It's not laughing.
So I don't know why that
It's
is.
not laughing at the big jokes.
So continue the story, Mum. So can we do that, or is that a possibility? Just get it all done in one thing, or is that
Well,
not a possibility? Because that'd be great.
Well, on tomorrow we'll do another coat in there tonight, probably, and that should just about do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will go tomorrow, Vince.
If I wasn't a crook, I'd be able to help, but there's a...
God, you talk
right.
absolute
you
bullshit.
liar.
Gee, what are you-
You're
what are
a
you
liar.
You know what?
You're a lying sack of crap is what you are.
Here's your story. I remember back in 1983 when I had to paint for 24 hours. My painting days are over.
I've done
I
my
had to-
painting time.
I had to do my painting time. I painted for 24 hours straight so Johnny couldn't come up here and help you paint. You
Yeah,
tend
that's
to
like-
forget there was people helping you paint. I did actually do trim and actually tape things up because it was implanted in my brain. Do not blob. Blob. And you used to come and inspect it. There's a blob, blob, blob.
Oh, I
Don't
know
blob. But that was in 1983, and I think you maybe have picked up a paintbrush twice since then.
I think it was 88 when Louise
Well,
was
there
born.
you go. 88. We bought the house in 83. 88, Louise was born. And maybe you've picked up a paintbrush maybe once since
I
then?
think I did out there. I've done some stuff.
Where?
I didn't say get stuffed. I said I did
When?
some stuff.
You didn't
Well,
paint
me and
out
Tom,
there?
Tom and I, we painted out in the
You
garage. We painted a wall or something. I remember we did. When he was younger, I was setting up some projects and painting projects.
You
for him.
showed him how to paint for
Well,
all of
to
30
be fair,
seconds.
You showed me how to paint for about 30 seconds and then you said, go ahead, because you were paying me to paint the house.
Oh.
And it was then, to your point before, that you said, this is great, Tom, because you're learning what you don't like to do. I already know, because you paid me to paint the house and I
Yeah,
painted
no,
one wall
it's more-
and it's like, hell no.
More detail, that's all.
Just reinforcing it. Just to make sure there's no deep-seated love of painting.
Anyway, Dad, what's been going on with you this week?
Well, I was just curious with your 80-hour. What's the 80-hour challenge and how's that all going? What's that all about?
The 80-hour challenge is designed to get me to work harder, more. So,
Harder, more.
Mom?
Very good. English.
look, it's Mum, it's not a fucking English class, okay?
I'm just saying. It's
It's not an English challenge. Anyway, I've tried to work harder before, hasn't worked. This time it was different consequences. I put it out there on the internet. I'm lazy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it seemed to have worked. I'm working my ass off. It's great. I'm up today, at the start of the day, I was up to 38 and a half hours for the week.
He's counting the hours.
Well, what's the point of doing the 80-hour challenge if I don't count the hours?
Oh, that's exactly right.
So now, at 5:30, it'll be 8 hours today. And then I've got 4 left and I'm flying.
Wow, I'm pretty impressed. Are you, Janine?
I'm very impressed.
It was really exciting earlier in the week because I was getting all this stuff done with YouTube and stuff like that, and then
Don't bring in the
pain.
pain. Don't bring in the pain.
That's just yeah.
That's all.
So that's why I want to
Painting
get it.
hasn't stopped you from
That's
doing
why-
anything.
That's why I want to get it out of the way because then I can just go fucking bang.
That's all work, isn't it? In the end.
Well, it is, but it's not moving forward work. It's very. It's very sitting upon.
Very what?
I don't know. Who could understand what
It's
he's
very
thinking?
sit in a swamp and just sit there and never move again type of work. See, when you make a video, you're like, oh, that's going to get some comments. That's going to move. That moves the channel forward a bit. When you do a sales, you do a presentation. What do you call it? The VSL. You move forward a bit to the next call. But painting, it's not helping anybody.
Yeah, you're moving forward to
You're
the
just
next
sitting in a
move.
pond looking around.
No, but that's not. That's like, to me, isn't it like mowing the lawn and you go, look what you've done. It looks better.
I don't care. I'm not going to take any pride in this.
What about your room? It's painted. It looks nice, doesn't it? Carpet.
Well, I'll take that point. Okay, it does move us forward with making videos. We can go in there, use a light, get the white background, all that sort of stuff. I thought that was a pretty good analogy.
I mean, the thing that I think about, and this is old school thinking, but I'm always thinking about like when we used to go to get the house revalued for for future other property purchases. I've always tried to keep the house in a simple way that that if somebody come in to buy it, that it was going to be fairly normal. I mean, there's nothing. So many houses going when people have made their own, but nobody just looks like a dump and nobody wants it. So
This is a dump. What are you talking about?
This is
Come on.
very. It's not. It's just an open house. I mean, it's not. It hasn't been prettied up because you've had kids and dogs and cats and all that. But it's an open space living thing.
Well, there's some exciting news. Louise's block of land is settling on, is it the 13th? It's the 13th of August. So, Louise could be moving out within 6 months.
That's right.
You know what's great about
6 to 8 months.
I mean, I wasn't going to.
Not being nasty to Louise, it's just so we could get a little bit more space, and plus it's very exciting for Louise to move into her first house.
What do you mean a little more space? What are you going to do with that out there?
Oh, I don't know. I might go and live out there on my own. Might make a very nice studio.
Who's going to cook the food?
You learn, you know, there's a stove and there's a fridge.
A toaster.
There's all that sort of stuff there.
Anyway, Dad, so what's been going on with you this week?
Well, I've been not well, but outside of that, I've been preparing. What are you laughing at that? Well, we had to prepare for a consultation this morning with a guy who's working on some sales funnels for us. So, you know, there's hours stacked up there, getting all we call it our web assets together, and it appears to me that, you know, over all this time, it's a matter of just looking at all the stuff we've put together and just bringing it together, you know, optimising it. And I feel convinced that that's going to make outside of, you know, investing in traffic, I feel that that's going to sort of complete things more, because it's almost like Adam said. He said everything that you've done, it's all unfinished in a sense, and so it can be so much better. And so it doesn't really matter what part you look at, whether you look at your lists on Aweber and you look at the funnels into there, you know, and looking at the emails that go down. You look at our videos, which are getting watched like 50 hours. People around the world all over the joint are watching our videos last month, like 50 hours. So that's like, just imagine someone sitting there watching your videos for 50 hours. You know, and people are subscribing to the YouTube channel.
Do you know how many views we've got on our YouTube channel?
It's over 2,000.
Wow.
3,000.
Wow.
It's 3,000 views. I don't know, is that any good or not? I don't know.
Adam did
Well,
say
I've
this
got
morning we're probably, because your father was mentioning the analytics and whatever, and Adam said, well, you're probably being recognised by Google now for the amount of, YouTube, not Google.
He talked about, a couple of times he mentioned, you know, you should run some pay-per-click traffic to your YouTube video or something like that. I don't know. I didn't sort of, because we were sort of on a short timeline, I was reluctant to go into, you know, but he just had an idea there.
Well, I was just going to say that 2,000 views.
Is that no good? I don't know. What is it?
Well, let's just say that
It's nothing.
I put up a video, 3 weeks ago, and that's got about...
Is that the one you did?
7 times more views in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that's the...
Yeah, but it's a totally different
genre.
niche.
So that was the Superman, Batman one, and you did a trailer. And so what was the end result of that in the end? I'm thinking you had a couple of hundred subscribers.
I probably got 200 subs, right?
Yeah. That's a totally different thing though, isn't it?
Yeah, so the channel got 200 subs in about 2 weeks.
And
feeling time.
we've got 200.
Just hit 200.
Yeah. Different thing.
Anyway, is that it? Are we good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Look forward to seeing you on the next podcast.
You won't see them. You can't see. It's an audio podcast.
I'll see you when I'm hearing you. I'll hear you when I'm
You're not
saying
going to hear them either. They're listening, Dad.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. It's an intertwined.
On that note, see you, everybody.